Hey guys, vandaag ga ik de Seduce eindelijk doen. Ja, laten we hem gewoon doen dan. Dus ik ga een nieuw game doen. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any characters resembles to real life people are purely coincidence of zoiets. Oh, ik skipte hem, sorry. Doe Tessa. Ja, Tessa. Oké. Ik ga even skip mode uitzetten. Mooi.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Okay.
Eric, do your job. Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it, since you'll be in it.
Oké, ik wil nog even wat zeggen. Gisteren was ik waarschijnlijk weer gehackt. Ik had meer dan 500 dia's. Dat hebben jullie gezien in mijn andere video als jullie die gezien hebben. En ik had toen nog maar 6. En er zijn blijkbaar 63 CG's naar iemand gestuurd. En sommige mensen weten niet waarom, wie het is. Sommige mensen weten wel. Ik ga geen namen noemen, want anders krijg ik ruzie met diegene. Het maakt mij niet uit als je maar eerlijk bent. Want ik kan toch niks aan doen. Ik kan wel zeggen, oh my god, je bent een hacker. Maar sommige mensen geloven het niet. Dat betekent niet dat ik niet meteen niet meer vrienden met je wil zijn. Ik wil het alleen gewoon weten. Want dan weet ik dat ik nooit meer iets aan diegene moet vragen. Maar ik wil wel gewoon vrienden, weet je. Want dit is niet leuk voor mij. Want ik heb zelf dat geld besteed. Ik heb zelf een baantje en daar verdien ik dat geld mee. En dan heb ik het zelf betaald. Mijn moeder wil het niet voor me betalen. Want die denkt van, Tessa, waarom verspil je geld eraan? En maar ik heb MSP een bericht gestuurd. Ik heb weer 232 dia's. Thanks MSP. Niet alles. Ik heb alweer een mail gestuurd dat het niet alles was. Maar wel bedankt, weet je. Ik heb zelf ook die dingen geteld. En hun zeiden dat er 42 of 46 CG's waren gestuurd. Maar er waren 63 CG's. Dat wou ik even zeggen. Dus pas op wat je doet met mensen, oké? Ja, en Vicky komt vandaag. Oh my god, ik heb zo zin in. Oké, zo laten we gewoon verder gaan. Eric.
Fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Okay. Somewhere.
Come on. Is that all you got? Wanna try me, asshole?
Oh, dit is PG-16, dus er komt seksuele dingen in. Als je dit niet wilt zien, kijk niet. Het is ook trigger warnings, dus de waarschuwingen zijn, hoe heet dat? Violence, dat is, ik heb het vergeten. Agressiviteit, dat er mensen worden in elkaar geslagen en shit. En dat er zelfmoord in kan komen. En hoe heet dat? Ik ben vergeten hoe dat heet. Hoe heet dat ook weer? Het houdt niet op, niet vanzelf. Het houdt niet op. Niet vanzelf. Sorry, ik ben even aan het denken. Het houdt niet op. Totdat je het stopt. Shit, ik ben het vergeten. Dat mensen, dat je bijvoorbeeld je ouders je slaan en zo. Ik weet niet meer hoe dat heet. Of mensen je slaan. Ik weet het niet meer. Oké, nou laten we gewoon verder gaan. Oh, ik weet het alweer. Het is mishandeling, komt hierin voor. Dus als je dit niet wil zien, moet je niet kijken.
Let's retreat for now.
No, don't retreat. Blablabla.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
Are you serious, Eric?
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks.
Ik ken al de namen al. Dus als ik wat zeg, dan kan het gaan zijn. Want dit is Malik of zo. Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory. It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Rain. It's been a long time since we gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather. So it's not exactly ik kan niet uitspreken meer, sorry. That's surprising. Personally, I love the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of my fingers, oh goed. It was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I didn't spend more time staring outside than I did. So I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. Yes. De, wacht even. The lecture in class were pretty boring. Mrs. Phillips' voice wasn't soporific, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in class, but I but it was only because I read the textbook and I did assignments I had to do. Sorry, I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate school. It was just kind of mundane. How the days drifted on, as if there were no end of it. To it. Oh goed. Ik maak mijn eigen zinnen, I know, sorry. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them. But that was kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting a reply sometime in the next few months. It seems it seemed like the start of something new, something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Oh, lieve. Mrs. Phillips, what did I do? Mrs. Phillips raised her voice, interrupted my train of thoughts. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me. Just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Ik ga hier ondertiteling onder zetten als dat lukt. Dus don't worry. Yes ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, I think I read about that in my textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt, since the surname was a trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic Anderson family toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a point to the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
Yeah, kick ass. From beside me, I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obviously disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job. Miss Kipini. Oi!
I
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and Scholes. Fisher Black and Myron Scholes.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Zie je haar lachen dan? Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her seat, into her chair, as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Okay. Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity to stick together as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around other classmates. It just makes sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster where we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. Ow, we were Oh, ik kan terug rollen. Cool. I didn't know that. Oké, wacht even hoor. Even terug. Pretty much. Okay. We were pretty much finished with the fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project. Though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Sorry, dat is mijn broertje. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Susie straightened up to look at a poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name? Huh? Did we really skip over that?
No, you didn't. That's why she says it.
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff, but you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project. At least we caught it this time. What do we name it? Not sure. What do you think?
It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and ending decisions, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations.
No.
That is way too predictable.
How
about
Wat?
Dragon?
Oh nee, waar komt Kuk?
Weet ik niet. Je moet even... ze appte wanneer ze komt. En ze was net nog wakker. Ze was net pas wakker. Dus. Nee, wacht. Ze was om 10 uur.
Net wakker? Wie is net wakker?
Victoria.
Zo, wat ga je allemaal doen dan?
Niks.
Stoot jij nooit je kop tegen dat ding aan?
Ja. It happens.
Safe.
Wat gaan jullie doen? Wat gaan jullie doen?
Buiten.
Oh, oké.
Kuchen.
Oké.
ACTO.
Doeg.
Mag ik het houden?
Dat was je tape.
Mag ik het houden?
Nee.
Welke kapo gemaakt uit de bloempot?
In de bloempot? In de bloempot?
Ja, hij was in de bloempot geland.
Oké.
En je hebt ook nog die aan. Kijk, niet jullie. Ik heb hem ook nog. Twee.
Ik heb alleen de donut.
Donut?
Ja, en de dolfijn.
Ik heb hem allemaal.
Ja, ik ook. Sorry voor dat. Ik ga dit er waarschijnlijk uithalen, dus don't worry. This way. That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company? Sorry als je dat niet gehoord hebt.
What do dragons have to do with our project? What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's
Ha.
But our company sells bubblegum.
Nou en?
Who said we can't produce spicy bubblegum?
Precies.
What do you think?
Wacht even.
Yeah. What do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectantly. I don't know. Even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I didn't really want to choose sides. But if it were up to me, I would say the Dragon Company.
Booyah! Dragon Company
It is. Sorry. Oh, nee! Ik skipte de hele shit.
Alright.
Dragon Company.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is. Alright, now that we've decided on the name, now what?
As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it, it's just Lisette.
I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the center of it all was Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic of zoiets, ik weet niet meer, and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to somebody. Wacht! She had an endearing balance of charismatic of zoiets, and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite a comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had led to... Wacht even, ik ga het maar aan doen. Mensen zijn... Sommige mensen hebben kutmuziek op van André Hazes, waar ik niet heel van horen. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had... Sorry, ik ben echt moe. Ultimately resulted in a rival that continued today. Ik ben een beetje moe en dan is mijn Engels niet zo heel goed. Of course, my friends knew that was what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion. She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing it.
Ow!
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
Dat is het nou.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
Oh! Kijk eens lachen. What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind. It's about time. Let's bail.
Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the classroom, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand.
Sorry. Me and you both, Naomi. I wish I was as fast as her getting out of class. Okay, out of here. Boom. Naomi folded her arms close to her chest, giving me a disappointed look.
Oh, not you too. She's turning you into a delinquent.
Sorry. Haha, it's a joke, Naomi.
Well, it's not really funny.
Don't be so like that.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what? We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings. Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
Ahaha. I do have to admit, I was spacing out. Just because I answer one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the failed dictionary.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts. So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson. Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Oh, what? Never? Never in a million years? Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think the opposite. Like, despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think the opposite sides. Like them wouldn't ever associate. Oké, ik weet niet wat er staat. With each other, but even though they were so different, their relationship somehow made a lot of sense. Wacht even. Ik moest dat even doen, ik weet niet waarom. Maybe they were just perfect complements, I don't know. Or personalities just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum. Who would even buy that? I wonder. Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
Haha, you do like spicy food after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aromas of different kinds of food. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Cajun fries and a spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal. I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu. I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing. You're crazy. Oh yeah, I'm crazy. I think I'm getting a migraine.
Wow. I think I'll go with... Oh, ik heb niezen. Ik moet niezen. Just mac and cheese and the soda, of what Naomi's having, or Cajun fries and spicy chicken burger too. Ik doe wel what Naomi's having too. A tuna sandwich sounds a tuna sandwich sounds pretty good right now anyway. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into our food. Susie leaned back in the chair, tilting it back so she could rest her feet on the table by her food.
Alright then, is there anything we want to talk about? Bored already? I know, let's talk about... Say boys and I will never speak to you ever again. Aw, why not? What's so interesting about talking about guys? Not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
Oh, we'll see about that though.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend? Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde. Hey!
Ze lacht er ook gewoon bij. Ik vind het zo geniaal.
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could find a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants. Or girlfriend? She can be a lesbian if she wants. True.
It's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend. Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with. Don't get me wrong. I am an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafe started up and an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Oh my. Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you. Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious? Fine. If something happens, just call us.
Funny enough, something did happen. And it... Oh, my haar, sorry. Certainly no laughing matter. Cold, it was really cold. The rain became heavier that afternoon. Ik ga dit niet eens lezen meer. Dit is het einde van de episode 1. Ja, en hij gaat vandaag online, dus go check it. Oh, wacht, laat maar. Want jullie kijken dit allemaal. En ja, dit was hem. Dus dan zie ik jullie in episode 2. Ik moet even saven. Op wat save ik hem? Ik save hem op deze. Ja. Sorry. En dan doen we main. En dan jas. En dan doen we quit. En dan zijn we hier weer op MSP. En dan zie ik jullie later.